What's up, guys? Isgarnier here. Everybody is generating new short movies, new movie with sit-ins or whatever, and it's great that people like creating videos, creating stories, and everything. Um, but there is one thing that always kind of bugged me in some way is that they're creating it, but the point that they're missing is that either they don't create something new, they adapt what already exists, or they're creating something but characters are missing personality. Characters are missing a design, they are missing an arc, and that's the foundation of storytelling. When you create a story, everything need to work. Everything need to work at the same time in one place. And creating a story is not just who cares about how the character look, or I'm not sure about the world, let's do this or do that. No, storytelling is driving highly. Storytelling is like driving a purpose. What drives you to tell your story? What story you want to tell and why? And stop making generic characters that have no personality whatsoever, or generic world or anything. With AI, it's absolutely easy to create a world. You can create the world you want. You just have to enter. Literally, you enter the world you want. You type, okay, I want a world where it's kind of mystical. You use I don't know, it's a medieval age, and you can enter literally the world you want. Okay, you can enter dragons, whatever, and you add details to the character. Okay, add texture. In animation movie and in live action, we talk about the texture of the character. How the character, what's his character personality? What is he afraid of? What he wants to accomplish in the world, okay? And by doing so, by shaping personality, by shaping desire, fears, and psychic as well. Like in a story, when you use the psychic, is to express what the main character want to express but doesn't want. The psychic express it right away. It makes everything clear when the character is not clear about his feelings or anything. Psychic is almost like usually it's a pet or something in movies, in animation movie mostly, and it's like there is somehow no filter on the psychic. You just go for it all the way, and then that makes it works, right? And so yeah, when you create character, when you do world building, okay? You want to create a world. What is the world? What is the atmosphere? What kind of people we see in that world? Who are they? The way they dress, the way they speak. And storytelling is an entity, okay? It's like you build the world, you build a character, you build a journey. You build a journey, literally. And the thing is that with AI, with generative AI, with sit-ins, Kling, ChatGPT for the image or even for the script, Grok Imagine, even though the limit is quite annoying in Grok Imagine nowadays, to create 1080p, the limit you reach it quite fast in some way, and that's very annoying. But it's really good too, because he has a good sense of what you want to accomplish with it, without too much detail in some way, which is great. But yeah, now that AI is giving us in some way the power to create movie faster, to create movie on a own without having a team, because when you create a movie, even a 10-minute short movie, you need an entire team, guys. You need a team to create the rig, so the skeleton on the body to make it move. You need a team to create the storyboards, so how you shape the story in image, put them together to create the story. You need the script, you need the lighting, you need the animation, you need texture, you need pretty much a lot of different departments just to create one single movie. And AI kind of breaks the limits and kind of breaks all the rules because you can make it on your own. But that means that if you make it on your own, you have to be clever in the way that make it bold, make it a statement, and show that you want to tell a story. You're creating a character with a purpose. You're creating a character with clarity. You're putting texture on the character. You can add a sidekick or anything. And yeah, it's kind of like, if, in my opinion, if you don't use the generative AI, this tool that is amazing because you can generate with ease what you have in mind. You can create a storyboard. You can create the character, turn around. So basically you see the character in like all dimensions. That is quite easier to understand like what it looks like in different angle. And yes, like using all that, it gives you the power to create a mini movie, to create shorts, to create anything with good quality, guys, with quality. Because I see it, because when I do the short, when I do the quality that I have for the time, guys, it's seriously, it's amazing. You have no idea, like literally when you're in the field of animation movie or live action, how much time it takes to create something like this. It takes hours, guys. And you can create it with what? Typing text on the computer and saying, okay, I want this guy to do this and this. And you can generate it in seconds. So your job is to direct the entire process, to direct what you want the movie to look like, how you want to edit it, what you want to cut, what you want to keep. That's the job, guys. How you make it stand, like how you make it alive. And if you're not even want to do this part with purpose, with clarity, what's the point of making the movie, guys? What's the point? The software is not going to do it for you, okay? The software is here to be your assistant to do it, but it's not going to create, like, if you don't have in mind, or if you struggle and want to make a movie that has no soul into it, what's the point, guys? Seriously. You need like to create, you need to create something where when you see it, when you want to show it to people, it has a purpose, it has a meaning, it has a soul, and it tells a story that embody your world, embody what your business is about, embody what your story is about, okay, guys? And that's the most important thing to do. And missing that is, it's missing a point. And the way the storytelling as marketing is like, it's very a soft skill in the way that when you tell a story, when you explain your thought process, when you explain the vision you have for people, the vision you have with your story, what the story is about, the topic, how do you want to approach the topic, and is it to make a rant of something? Is it to yeah, what's the story about? And it's really, storytelling is really a powerful tool. It's really a powerful tool because it drives emotion, it carries identity, and it connects people together. it connects your audience with you, with your character, with your world. And this power, you have to master it. You have to understand that you need to take the time at the beginning to shape the story. Don't go fast. Take the time. Take the time to think like, okay, what is my character? Who is? What is his background, backstory? What he fears? What he likes in life? What is his goal? Future vision? Does he have a family? If so, who they are? Where do they live? Where does he live? And what does he look like? And the backstory makes a lot of sense for a character. And the more you work on your backstory, on like the why drives you to create what you're creating, what drives you to make a statement out there, to express your story, that's what you have to work on, guys. You really have to work on like clear vision, clear identity, purpose, mindset, and putting all those elements together will give you an unfair advantage. It will give you the advantage of like, you will talk with purpose, you will talk with clarity, you will really see that things will change in the way that people perceive your story, perceive what you have to say, how you want to explain it. And that's the entire goal with it. And when I mean take your time, it's just because the tool we have, generative AI, to create everything, or even with Comfy AI if you want to work on the cloud or locally, but all those tools that we have are just tools, guys. They are tools. They won't make a story for you. Why? Because he has no common sense and he doesn't know what works and what doesn't work in a story. I did many tests and if you don't guide him, it can take all the path possible. And when you create a story, it's one path, okay? It's aligning the character, the world, the obstacles, aligning one thing for one goal and one goal only. All big brands in the world, they have one goal, just one goal. And everything is focused to make that goal a reality. And to make that goal a reality, they explain you that you're facing obstacles. They explain you that there's a better future, there's a better outcome. They are telling you a story. They're literally telling you a story. A story is what? One character, the outcome, the why, and the transformation. That's the storytelling. Transformation. The more you'll be able to show people that with you, they will transform, with you, something is gonna happen, something is gonna change them, with you. That's the time something will click, will trigger, and that's the time where people will come to you. They will come to talk to you. They will come to know more about how you will help them and everything. That's the entire goal of storytelling. How you want to tell your story. What is the purpose? And you have to make it right. You have to do it the right way, okay? Because if you think that, okay, I have many goals and everything, clear all the way. One goal only. It's like when you do a composition. When you create a framing in movies, the thing we care the most about is what? What do you want to see in that picture? Okay? What do you want to see in that picture? And what does it make people feel in terms of emotion? If your picture is too crowded or is like the composition like imbalanced or anything, it confuses people. It literally confuses people. When you went to a museum or anything and you look at a frame, the point is that it carries an emotion, it carries a story. But if it confuses you, it's missing the point, right? You don't want to spend time looking at something that confuses you. And it has to be clear, simple. So you have to simplify everything that you do. Usually we bring complexity, we simplify the complexity, but it can add a variety of ideas, a variety of textures into it. But the idea is still the same. The goal doesn't change, okay, guys? And we talk about texture in the way that add elements, add texture to emphasize your idea, to emphasize the mindset that you want to put into it, okay? And the more you will be able to explain it with clarity, to deliver the message with simplicity, purpose, texture as well, because texture brings something to the eye and you want to see it. You want to see it because it had layers of complexity, but everything is made simple and clear. And when we'll build a character, when we'll build a world, we add texture. We add texture to make it interesting. We add texture to drive a point. We add texture, why? Because with the texture, you emphasize a goal, you emphasize a point, and you bring up the topic. And that's the entire goal. So yeah, it's definitely like create something with purpose, simplify your idea, simplify the message, simplify the universe, build your will, build the characters of your client, and you'll see that when you start to do this, everything is changing, literally everything, and people want to know more, and people are listening to you. You want people to listen to what you have to say. And it's not about making something that everybody already do that you're gonna achieve it. No. Be bold, be unexpected. Create something that people will be like, what is it talking? Wow, I want to know more about it. Like, it's intriguing, guys. It's intriguing. If the movie starts and after 5 minutes you already know it's ending, what's the point of watching? Personally, when I watch a movie and after 5 or 10 minutes I already know the answer, what's the point? That's where I talk about texture and everything, and also obstacle, because you want to show that there is some kind of uncertainty and you bring the clarity of the uncertainty. So that's really what you have to work on. And yeah, the more you'll do it, the more thing will click. It will make everything better, definitely. See ya, guys.